It's easy to romanticize creativity. I, for one, can't express enough the importance of not being afraid to be as original as possible. However, creativity alone doesn't always get us the results that we desire. You can be as creative as you want to be, but at the end of the day, if it doesn't entertain anyone or nobody gets it, where is that really going to get you on your path to success? It's in my natural instinct to revert to the following phrase whenever I'm criticized: only God can judge me. But at the same time, without judgment, how can I really know whether or not these videos suck or not, for instance? How can I improve? And that is why I appreciate judgment. The question is, how do you balance the judgment of others while also staying true to your originality? How do you know when to trust your gut and when to ignore the opinions of, quote, professional critics? There's a SpongeBob episode that demonstrates exactly why the talents of the majority of people are not realized. What usually happens is, early in life we express our creativity through music, sports, or some other kind of artistic skill, and instantly fall in love with whatever that activity is. Then one day our hopes and dreams are shattered as society, which can include our parents, teachers, coaches, or quote, friends, refuse to support our artistic vision. And that hurts. It can also be traumatizing, believe it or not. So then what happens is we fall into depression, basically give up on further developing that skill. But the irony is we were actually the geniuses the whole time. There was something there that others didn't get. But this episode shows that there are people who will get it, who will understand why we intentionally design our art the way we do. What happens then is, if and when we get to a point where we finally get the recognition we deserve, you better believe there will be people who will try to take that credit for our hard work. A lot of times it's the same people who did nothing but just constantly drain our vibration. In this case, SpongeBob is the genius and Squidward is the fake mentor who only cares about himself.
It's me, I'm responsible.
Squidward desires nothing but fame and fortune. When the creative mastermind SpongeBob constantly evolves Squidward's artistic visions, he reacts by allowing his jealousy to take over instead of telling SpongeBob what he needed to hear, and that is that he is extremely talented. All SpongeBob wanted from Squidward was approval. So of course, when he doesn't get that, like at all, that's obviously going to make him believe that he's an absolute failure in life. Because if he's not good at art, an activity he clearly cares deeply about, what else would he be good at? That's how the majority of our minds think. So how do you know when and when not to take the opinions of people into consideration? Well, first of all, realize that you don't need approval from anybody. Expression, not impression, is how I like to roll. But if you want, you can use the opinions of others to your advantage. Like I said before, how are you going to gain success financially without people supporting you? Well, once you figure out why exactly you want it so bad, then it's all a matter of finding that balance. What I mean by this is, unless you're doing something borderline evil, chances are, as long as you're meeting enough people and expressing your talents to as many people as possible, you will find some supporters. Although be aware that the more you grow, the more criticism you'll get. And it's not about ignoring the criticism or the haters. I mean, you could do that, but sometimes criticism opens our eyes to something we didn't see before, something that can further enhance the quality of our craft. There's a difference between a blatant hater, aka Squidward, and somebody who sees the potential in what we do and just wants to see us grow. Those are the people you want to pay attention to. It's good to hear positivity as it can give you a nice confidence boost, but it's also important to be aware of the ways in which you can improve. It's brief, but in this episode, SpongeBob demonstrates the most important part in awakening your creative abilities, and that is realizing the concept of visualization. Meaning, if you can't see yourself as the best at what you do, if you can't see yourself as somebody who is already successful, not now or in the future, then that will continue to be your reality until the day you die. People can laugh, people can think you're a fool for thinking so highly of yourself, but what they're not realizing is it is a fact that your beliefs create your reality. The problem is people are too scared to have that amount of faith in themselves. That is why I challenge you today to not be afraid to be that elephant in the room, to not be afraid to express yourself, to not be afraid of going out there and be the greatest artist who ever lived.